Today, I am going to analyze some of the key scenes from Stanley Kubrick's film Barry Lyndon. This analysis will be based on the DVD. If you have the Blu-ray, then the titles are going to be different. So we're going to begin by first giving a summary and then following up with a brief analysis. Barry becomes infatuated with his cousin Nora Brady, who is herself attracted to a British Army captain named John Quinn. She upsets Barry by dancing with the captain 5 times. She considers Barry a boy and the captain a man. Therefore, in order to earn the hand of Nora, Barry vows to challenge him for it. In this scene, Barry learns that in order to get the things he wants, in this case love, he has to earn respect by challenging those who have it in the honorable fashion at that time, which is to a duel. His father died in a duel over horses, but his death was honorable. To earn honor and respect and the exclusive right to his cousin Nora Brady, Barry challenges Captain Quinn to a pistol duel and wins. In challenging Captain Quinn to a duel and doing so honorably, Barry earns the respect of his second, Jack Grogan. Barry turns to Army service to earn distinction. Once again, he is reunited with Jack Grogan, his second, in his duel with Captain John Quinn, who tells him that he didn't kill Captain Quinn, who went on to marry Nora Brady, with whom he has children now. Being that there was so much to be gained from their sister marrying the wealthy captain, Nora's brothers loaded tow in Barry's pistol, which knocked Captain Quinn out but didn't kill him. In other words, the duel was set up to get Barry to leave. With Nora Brady marrying John Quinn, a coward, Barry learns that money means more than courage and honor when it comes to love. This experience plays significantly in his decision to marry Countess Lyndon later on in the film. Barry's friend Captain Jack Grogan is killed in a skirmish with a rearguard of the French army, and Barry decides that military service is not for him and deserts, stealing the uniform, identity papers, and horse of a British officer. En route to Holland, a neutral zone in the war, Barry stays with a woman for several days. She has a small boy named Peter, and her husband is away serving in the war. She and Barry have a love affair. Both are very lonely. Barry, taking the name, uniform, and horse of the gay officer, foreshadows him taking the name and property of Charles Lyndon later in the film. Staying with the wife of the soldier foreshadows Barry taking the wife of Charles Lyndon also. Once again, Barry earns distinction. After deserting the British Army, he is detained by and forced to serve as a spy for the Prussian army, who sends him to Austria to get information on Chevalier Barry, who is suspected of being an Irishman impersonating as a Frenchman. Again, the idea of pretending to be someone else foreshadows Barry taking on the name of Lyndon. In this scene, he takes on a false identity to go into the service of Chevalier Barry, who himself is pretending to be someone he isn't. Again, Barry continues to earn honor with his own name by saving Pottsdorf's life. Gambling is used to describe the role chance and opportunity has played in Barry's success. Chance and opportunity can work out for the worse or the better, and so far it has worked out for the better with Barry and will continue to do so. However, luck at the tables, as in life, changes if you stay too long. Barry, disguised as Chevalier Baliberi, is kicked out of Austria after Baliberi refuses to forgive a gambling debt of the Prince of Tübingen, who is involved in a love affair with Frederick the Great. The prince had refused to pay his gambling bill, and Pottsdorf feared that the Chevalier might challenge the prince to a duel to force repayment. Therefore, to preclude the possibility of the king losing his lover, Pottsdorf decides to exile Chevalier. Again, Barry profits from chance and pretending to be someone else as the Prussians unknowingly escort him to Saxony and freedom. Chance, or gambling, sets the tone for the second act of this film and how Barry chooses to get a name for himself, unlike the first act of the film where he does things to earn that good name. Barry sets his sights on a wealthy countess married to Charles Lyndon. Barry and the countess fall in love and begin a courtship. Charles, her husband, is aware of the courtship and suffers a heart attack. Barry marries the countess and takes the name of her late husband. Barry enjoying married life and the name of Lyndon after marrying the countess. The countess's son doesn't like Barry and tells his mother that she is insulting his father's name. For this, Barry gives the boy 6 lashes. Success is having a negative effect on Barry. He has the name of an honorable man, but not the respect of this name's former owner. Bullingdon sees Barry as a faker, and Barry's methods for earning respect have been corrupted by gambling. In the beginning, he looked for great deeds as a way to make his name, but now he is an opportunist. Barry's mother tells him to get a title to protect himself in case something happens to the countess, and everything goes to her son Charles, who won't give Barry a cent. So Barry consults a barrister who is close to the monarchy and who promises to help Barry get a title. From this point, Barry mingles in the proper circles, accompanies this barrister to all the important parties, lavishes his wife's wealth on land, paying 10 times its value, purchases for large sums worthless paintings and other articles at ruinous prices. The means he takes to get a title in this half of the film are the opposite of the means he sets forth to make a name for himself in the first half of the film. The foreshadowing of this scene takes place when Barry deserts the British Army and inadvertently crosses paths with the Prussian company led by Captain Pottsdorf. Then Barry, hoping to make his way to Holland, a neutral territory, lies to Pottsdorf about his identity and his destination, which he claims is Bremen. Pottsdorf then informs Barry, whose stolen identity was fake ham, that he is heading in the wrong direction. This statement by Pottsdorf foreshadows Barry's downfall in seeking to buy a good name, something that can't be purchased, but that he was on the road to earning rightfully until his meeting with Chevalier Baliberi and marrying the widow of the man whose name he's stolen. Barry gives Charles Lyndon Jr. 6 lashes for spanking Brian, Barry's own son, who takes advantage of the fact that he is favored by his father. Barry invites a large number of his influential friends over to hear his wife play the piano with Reverend Runt, accompanying her on the flute. Charles interrupts this performance, walking in barefoot and holding the hand of his stepbrother wearing his older brother's large shoes. Charles asks his mother if Brian fits his shoes better. Then he addresses Barry, accusing him of infidelity and squandering his dead father's wealth. Barry loses his temper and beats Charles in front of everyone. The brutal attack alienates all of Barry's guests who have nothing to do with him anymore. With all of the work put into getting a title, it takes just one mistake to ruin his name. Now, instead of honor, there is only dishonor. All of the creditors bill him all at once. This means that he is reaping everything he has sown, from cheating on his wife, dating her while she was still with her husband, etc. Bullingdon returns to the Hackton estate after running away following his horrible beating at the hands of his stepfather. Through Reverend Runt and Graham, the family accountant, Bullingdon knows that the estate is in a shambles. He seeks to avenge the beating by Barry and challenges him to a pistol duel. But when Bullingdon's gun goes off accidentally and fires the shot into the ground, he has to accept Barry's shot. Barry, however, deliberately fires his gun towards the ground, unable to shoot Bullingdon, who gets another try, this time shooting Barry's leg. Barry is taken to a nearby inn where a doctor tells him that he has to get the leg amputated. Having ruined his reputation by beating his stepson, Barry rediscovers his sense of honor by sparing the life of his stepson, who, in the faces of those witnessing the duel between he and Barry, loses his own chance at honor by not reciprocating the mercy Barry shows him. Barry loses his leg, his wife, and claim to the Hackton estate, but in a sense, he has regained the honor he lost. That will conclude this scene analysis of Stanley Kubrick's 1971 film, Barry Lyndon. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please leave a like or a comment, and I will see you again next time.